Right now I'm asking God to give me the strength to get through this, says mother of Charlestown boy who died after gunshot to the head. Guyana News. Keisha Gustav, the grieving mother of 7-year-old Jeremiah Gustav, who succumbed to a gunshot wound on Saturday evening, is calling for justice for her son and for the suspects involved in his tragic death to face the full extent of the law. Right now I'm asking God to give me the strength to get through this, Keisha lamented as she remembered happier times with her son. After 8 months of fighting for his life, Jeremiah passed away around 6:30 p.m. at their home on Charles Street, Charlestown, Georgetown. He was shot in the head on July 9, 2024, in front of his home. Keisha, devastated by the suffering her son endured, is pleading for justice, stating that her son's life was taken by stray bullets fired by 2 men who showed no regard for those around them. Reports indicate that Jeremiah, a student at Smith's Memorial Primary School, was sitting at his mother's food stall when an altercation escalated into the shooting. He was quickly transported to Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, GPHC, where he underwent multiple surgeries. Since his discharge, Jeremiah has been in and out of the hospital, showing slow signs of recovery. The main suspect in the case, Odell Garnett, also known as Crab, is currently in prison on remand as the court trial continues. Garnett was arrested in July and charged with attempted murder. Another suspect, Marlon Marcus, commonly known as Mice Man, was initially charged as well, but his case was withdrawn in October by the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP. Marcus had confessed to shooting Jeremiah during interrogation. In an interview with Guyana News on Sunday, Keisha expressed her frustration, stating, "They have to face some penalty because my son didn't live a life. He didn't get in anyone's way. What can they possibly say to me? I don't even know how to process this." Keisha voiced her dissatisfaction with the legal developments regarding Marcus' case. "The legal authorities need to take action. Y'all, DPP, withdrew this matter when my son was alive. Now that he has passed away, you can't come and tell me you lack evidence," she said. "I don't want to hear anyone come and tell me, sorry. Sorry can't bring back my son. They have to feel the consequences. I don't want anyone, family members of the suspects, bringing money to give me," she added, her voice filled with grief. Reflecting on the moment she learned of Jeremiah's death, Keisha recounted that she had just celebrated her birthday the previous Sunday and was preparing for an outing when Jeremiah's father called, saying their son was not breathing. "I saw his father calling me, saying that Jerry wasn't breathing and that he was at the hospital. 2 minutes later, he called me back to tell me that Jerry had passed away," Keisha shared. She recalled her last conversation with her son, emphasizing her love for him. "On Friday night, I went to church, and before I left during the day, I told him, 'I love you, and I will look after you and buy anything for you,'" she said, holding back tears. Keisha also revealed that Jeremiah had recently faced health issues, requiring him to be briefly admitted to GPHC. Around March 22, 2025, she noticed that his stomach and hands were swollen, and he appeared uncomfortable. They checked the area where he was being fed and noticed green fluids coming from his body. When the father opened the feeding site, he saw green fluid coming out, looking like green seasoning, she explained. Jeremiah was rushed to the hospital, where he underwent tests and an ultrasound. Upon arrival at the hospital, more of the green fluid came out, about 600 milliliters. "They began running tests and said it was dengue, but they discharged him," she said. Keisha expressed concern that the doctors may not have fully revealed the extent of his condition. If they did a blood test and ultrasound, they should have detected everything happening to him, yet they only stated that he had dengue, she remarked. Despite the heartbreaking circumstances, Keisha held on to hope for Jeremiah's recovery and believed he would return to the vibrant, joyful child he once was. "Honestly, I had faith that Jerry would come through this and be back to how he was. I never thought negatively about this. I always prayed for the best for him. But right now, I'm asking God to give me the strength to get through this," she said.